Hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, comrades, friends. It's James, and I'm back from my incredibly long hiatus. I don't really have an explanation, really. Sorry about that. But I'm back, and I'm playing some more TF2 actually. Over the past kind of couple months when I've been away, I've been taking my TF2 a lot more seriously. And I've just been really kind of mastering the pyro, essentially, and I feel like it's gotten to the stage where I can almost coach people on especially this class, and so I'm going to call this series The Way of the Pyro, and it's just going to essentially be what I do when I play pyro, essentially, because I think a lot of people that I see play this game make mistake after mistake after mistake with the pyro, and I don't want you guys to be making those mistakes, because I think he's an incredible class. I think he's one of the very few classes, if not the only class, that's really good against kind of nearly all. He's very good against all the other classes. You know, there's nothing really. I mean, apart from level 3 sentries in the middle of nowhere, you're really not going to struggle with much. So, and that's mainly due to the air blast. The air blast is king of all, destroys all, fucks everybody up. So, it's really just going to be a case of me playing a lot of capture the flag. This is normally what I play. I rarely play payload anymore. I nearly always play capture the flag. I think it's more skill based, to be honest. Some people may disagree with me there. I mean, unless you're playing arena, I think this is kind of the most skill based mode you can play. So this is why I enjoy it the most. And obviously at the moment we're playing double cross. I'm just joined in the middle of a game, so I'm right back down at the bottom. But you never know. We might get back up top. Before I'm going to destroy a load of people, I'm just going to show you my loadout here, just so you're familiar with what I have. So obviously we have the degreaser. Now, if you're any good with the pyro, they will always wear the degreaser, and for good reason. It would seem, if you're new to the game and you looked at the degreaser for the first time, you're probably thinking, wow, that's a pretty crappy weapon, because there's a damage penalty, an afterburn damage penalty, and in exchange for that you get faster weapon switch. It doesn't really tickle your fancy when you first look at it as a new player, but that faster weapon switch means everything. It means absolutely everything. It means the world. The devastating counterattacks you can do with that weapon switch is just outrageous, and you'll see that in this video here. So I wear the degreaser. I've never changed my my flamethrower type ever. Backburner is, you know, fine. I would probably recommend the backburner for new players, actually, because it kind of teaches them to flank more than anything. The phlogistonator is terrible, but it's the most fun. The phlogistonator, because it doesn't have an air blast, means it's absolutely useless. It's good for players who don't use air blasts, but I would recommend that if you're not using your air blast, then you're a terrible player, and you have to learn how to use that right click there. You know, you see, rain blower and the stock is, you know, fine, but it's nothing compared to the degreaser. I've racked up 20,000 kills with this thing. 20,000. Okay, I know what I'm fucking talking about, guys. I know what I'm fucking talking about. And now onto the shotgun trays. This is slightly more interesting. So, obviously, you can have your you have your choice of basically your flare gun or a shotgun. Okay, and they've recently introduced this panic attack, which is terrible. I've used it, and it looked terrible when I first crafted it, and it is terrible. So don't use the panic attack. It's the exact same reason why the I can't remember the name of it now. The the rocket launcher where you load up the rockets and then you know, it's just useless. You want to be shooting then, like I want to be shooting my shotgun when I click my mouse gun, not, you know, a second after. It's just, and the fact that it loads up multiple shots is irrelevant, basically. So you've either got your choice between your stock shotgun, which is very good, absolutely nothing wrong with the stock shotgun, and I mean, I can't remember what this was called actually. Since I've renamed my weapon, I can't remember what this was called. Whatever, this thing. So the shotgun that mini crits airborne targets, really nice. I mean, this choice is more suited to kind of your playstyle. I air blast constantly. So all of my enemies, when they come near me, they're always in the air. Always. They're just always. So this is why I choose this over the stock shotgun. I didn't choose this until because they increased the clip size by 1 a while back. I used the stock shotgun up until then, and then since they added that extra one clip, I think it's really devastating actually. So I switched over, but the stock shotgun absolutely fine. And I probably, because it has those extra 2 clips, it's probably, I would suggest, a little bit better for newer players, because you can miss. So you can miss a couple more times. But if you're getting more comfortable with the accuracy, I'd probably switch out to this guy over here. Oh, reserve shooter, that's what it's called, reserve shooter. I forgot that it says down there below. So, and all the flare guns. So okay, the flare gun's very interesting, of course. Man melter, pretty bad. I don't understand people who use this. Thankfully, I see very few people do. The fact that you extinguish teammates with your alt fire is irrelevant, because that's exactly what your air blast is there to do. So slightly silly. No random critical hits. 50%. It's just terrible. It just doesn't make any sense at all. Oh. No! Kicked due to inactivity. No. Right, let's go back in. God damn it, you have to ruin my video like that, man. Come on. What is this? What is this? So, before I pop back in, I'll just quickly look at the melee weapon that I use. So so the flare gun's fine. The problem with flare guns is that as soon as you equip a flare gun, you're useless against other pyros, and that's what really makes me never equip one, basically. Because as soon as I come up against a pyro, especially if they're a fairly decent pyro with a shotgun, I'm 90% chance I'm gonna die, just because they have a much superior loadout against me than I do to them. So, but against other classes, obviously to get those fleeing pesky scouts, and catching them with a nice flare, critical flare while they're on fire is very nice. But I just can't use anything but the shotgun nowadays. So the melee weapon I use now, this is a much more interesting choice. So at the moment I use the back scratcher. And this has changed very recently, because I used to wear the extinguisher all the time. But what did they do? They went and fucking nerfed it. They fucking nerfed this thing. So now you can only have guaranteed crits from behind and midi crits from anywhere else. And this was a devastating nerf. It doesn't seem that devastating, but it was absolutely devastating, because it means you couldn't guarantee that critical as soon as you go sneak up to that heavy or that soldier, and you quickly burst them on fire, change to your melee. As soon as they turn around, you're not killing them instantly, and that is devastating. That is devastating. And so it really, as soon as this it's still a viable melee weapon, but I just can't bear to use it anymore. So I switched to the back scratcher. It's very nice. is really, obviously, it's very depressing when you're standing next to dispensers because you get almost no healing whatsoever. It's actually not that bad if you're getting healed by a medic, because if you're injured, their uber charge boosts up a lot quicker because you're obviously a lot harder to heal up. So it's very nice for them to boost their uber charge up. And obviously, if you're picking up health packs, it's amazing. So I like that. The Power Jack is also a very viable weapon as well. That 20% damage vulnerability is not very nice though, and I don't. that's really the only thing stopping me. Third degree is obviously terrible, but you know, yeah. To be fair, I mean nobody uses it. Let's be honest. You could also use the stock really, but Home Wrecker is also very nice. Is a very viable weapon, and obviously if you want to be a pyro shark, you've always got the neon sign over here, and obviously the sharpened volcano fragment is just one. It has to be the worst pyro weapon easily. What's the point in engulfing them in flames with a melee weapon when you have, you know, your flamethrower, right? So that's, I probably went over my loadout a bit too in depth there, but there it is. So, where are we? We're in the middle of the game here, so I'm just going to casually drop in. See if, oh, could be a... So, obviously, people like that, very easy. Melee demo men. And obviously that's how you kill the pyros. There we go. Oh, there it is. Oh, I got saved. I got saved. I wondered why an engineer was doing down here, and I was expecting the sentry to be here. I hope that wasn't a nice. So this is all we're doing here. We don't do anything special, okay, as pyro. That's the brilliance of it. This is the way of the pyro, and that's basically. I've just demonstrated right there. I got 4 very easy kills there, and I didn't really do anything special. All I did is I air blasted them. I pointed the rocket, sorry, I pointed the shotgun right to their face, and I left clicked, and that's all I do. That is all I do, and there's nothing special. But what might be a little bit special is the way I go about the map here, and I'm just going to show you how I kind of traverse each map on Capture the Flag. Because you really want to just stay where you're strongest, and that's in the tunnels. Oh, that was 2 very poor shots for me there. He could have died. So it's really all about your shotgun accuracy, whether you kill them or not. Well, that was very good accuracy from him, though. And obviously, if you're ever in danger, don't engage with no health. That's pointless. So the scout missed the jump there to get to the other side, and thus his inevitable demise. And obviously, Double Cross is one of the strongest maps for Pyro, and the reason being is that you have the part of the map where you're weakest is the open bit in the middle. But what's in the open bit in the middle? Loads and loads of places to airblast people off the bridge, like so. And he had an Uber charge as well, and it's absolutely brutal, absolutely brutal. So this part here, the part where we're weakest, right in the open, in the middle, we're still very strong because we could just air blast people off the cliff whenever they come near us. It's absolutely fantastic. I always have the cheeky shotgun shot from miles away because you never know when you're going to get a cheeky assist. The assist system in I mean, I've played TF2 for about, oh my goodness, for many years, and I still do not understand the assist system in this game. It's just absolutely awful. If there's one thing I would want to have the game changed for, it's the assist system, because it just does not make any sense. So again, not doing anything special here. I'm not going to engage unless I know it's safe. We did a very dangerous charge there. So the place where I want to be the most is right in this position in their base. I want to be here in their base, so because then I know exactly what's coming in, I'll know exactly what's coming out, and I'll know exactly, and I'll basically just be able to absolutely dominate on their end. But obviously, it completely depends on their team and how good they are, because sometimes they won't let you do that, which is the point, I suppose. Obviously, I just eat demo men for breakfast because, you know, since the Tide Turner came out, demo nights become a lot more popular, and Pyro just eats them for breakfast, so it's very nice. I almost never die to a demo night. Especially if they're terrible. So there's nothing here. So I'm going to go up here and basically go to where I said I'd like to be. Of course, there could be sentries here, so you should always watch out. Or a demo man. he could have cracked up a shot or two there. But instead, he tried to engage me, and now that's a terrible idea because he wasted his charge here. You could hear him. You could hear him waste his charge. Oh dear. And indeed there is a sentry. And I missed the air blast on the rockets. Now a lot of people forget that you can air blast those Oh, that kill! I stole the kill there. That's absolutely brutal. A lot of people yeah, they forget you can air blast the rockets coming from the sentry, and that can... Guy's not very accurate with his pipe bombs, unfortunately. Apart from that time, oh dear. Yeah, I was not getting out of that. I weren't getting out of that one. As soon as you get sandwiched like that, it's very hard to get out. It's very nice when you do, but you often can't get away. But we're 2-0 up here, so it feels like we're going to win comfortably. There's a spy over there, disguised as me. I don't understand. I just don't understand some spies. I mean, what was that? What was that exactly? What did he want to achieve there? So we've obviously still got the... So yeah, I mean, obviously, your main weakness is level 3 sentries. I mean, what can you do as a pyro against a level 3 sentry in a reasonably decent position? Not much. So... Oh, nice. Oh, there's a spy there. And as you can see, I'm always looking behind me. There's no reason not to... Oh, you should always try to get into the habit of just looking behind you, especially when you turn a corner. Just turn a corner and then have a quick look behind you. Oh, the sentry's down. That's very nice. So this is exactly where I like to be. I like to be right here on this staircase in their base, because I can see, like so, who's coming in and who's coming out. But there's also a sentry out there as well, which stops me going out and killing those dudes. Bollocks. How he didn't die makes me very sad. And this is basically all I do, you know? This is basically all I do. Nothing special at all. Obviously this won't work in, you know, competitive play. And why would it, you know? You're all working as a team then. This, if you're just going into a random Valve server. So it's very nice when you do that, when you as soon as they throw their piss, you basically airblast their piss into their own face and then you piss them. It's a great feeling. Obviously I always come down here. Thought I might catch the oh my goodness me. I don't know why. Okay, I think it was just trying to have a bit of fun there. But whatever. Obviously I have to be worried about that sentry over there. It doesn't look like that sentry is manned. Might start taking a few shots at it. See, that's one thing you should never do. There's absolutely no reason to engage that, especially with an SMG. SMG is probably one of the poorest. So we got second there, and considering we started the started very late into the game, seems like a very reasonable place. So what did I do there? Not much, you know. We were absolutely nothing special there whatsoever. You know, I just went into their base. Air blasted people, shot them in the face, and that's it, you know. Alright, okay, well, that was an interesting start. It's always a bit of a rush if you go towards the center. Spy got a good few shots at me there. Whoa, that was pretty intense. I got pushed back, so I thought there was a pyro right behind me. So sometimes those really terrible pyros that just mouse click and go forward with W can actually sometimes be a bit of a... Oh, that was just terrible. I don't know why. I'm guessing he really needed the health, and he would do anything to try and fool me that he was a actual spy. So he's in a devastating place here. See, I have the health, so there's no way I can lose this unless someone goes behind me. So that position is everything. So if he's there and I'm here, I've got all the space in the world, and he has no space in the world. He can't escape, and I have the health here that I can just keep picking up. So as long as I am reasonably accurate, I'm always going to win there. Especially that I have the back scratcher that gives me more health. Even these little packs can give a surprisingly good health boost. It's really nice on a map like this where you have a lot of It was surprising. What he should have done there is he should have anticipated that I was going for the health. And he should have kind of rocketed it, you know, anticipated when I was going to get there and then rocketed it. But that was would have been a more advanced play. Bloody hell. That was a surprise. That was terrible by me. But look at that. So normally I wouldn't have full health there, but because I have the back scratcher, that just instantly brought me up to full. Really, really nice. So there's this guy with a Tomislav. And this is why the air blast is so important, because the air blast basically saved my life there quite a few times. If I didn't air blast that that heavy, you know, I was dead, and it was that simple. All I had to do was right click. But you'd be surprised how, when I'm heavy, so many pyros don't air blast me in that situation, and that's what the mistakes I don't want you people to use. Maybe, I don't know why people are so afraid of using air blast. Maybe it's because they think they're going to run out of ammo very quickly, in which case, well, you are going to refill your ammo very quickly because you're going to be dead. So you're going to respawn with all that beautiful ammo again. Oh my goodness me. I nearly balls that up. Nearly balls that up. That was a very nice position to be in. Saved the engineer sentry. I thought I might have been able to have quickly switched over and air blasted that rocket back in his face. On a good day, I would have done that. See, did you see that there? That was a beautiful example right there of how... See, he could have got away with that. Like, he air blasted, and then he decided to charge into the heavy. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. He had his gun down, so and he had the health there as well. So that was just terrible, terrible play. That didn't make any sense. But that's what I see. This is exactly what I see all the time. Terrible plays people make with pyro, and you just can't afford to make them. Like, he could have air blasted. When he air blasted, if he moved back and hid behind here, he was laughing. He would have gotten away with it. Oh, he did well there. Well, I'm dominating that top guy, which is surprising. He doesn't seem particularly good. Which is always a nice feeling, because if you're dominating that top guy, you have to think, well, I should be dominating all their other guys. A lot of soldiers, though. A lot of soldiers. So it's very dangerous to go out here at the moment. See, I really don't like to be in my base. This is where I don't want to be. If I can help it. Nice! That's funny how the critical killed him. Nice! Die, bitches. Die, soldier scum! Need some ammo. So you see what I mean about these air blasts, right? As soon as you connect with the air blast, with those rockets, boy, does it make a big difference. When you're that close, you have to more anticipate. But as long as it's not a critical rocket, you should get away with it almost every time. So this is why I'm never happy with the critical rockets. I'm always very unhappy when I get critical rocketed. Because look at that, if that was a critical rocket, I was dead. But because it wasn't, I can go back and engage again and hopefully kill him. Ah, that was really sour because I did really well against the soldier that was behind me. I air blasted his rocket that I think might have killed me. And then I came down and it felt like I kind of air blasted that scout. But he didn't move, so he killed me. Sad times. It's very easy to die in this game, you know, just like it's just like any other first-person shooter. It's very, very easy to die. But it's a much more fun game when you don't die. So I've got the health here, so I'm in no rush. That's not a good sniping spot, boys. Oh, where the fuck did he come from? I'm glad that he was terrible. Otherwise I might have died there. So this is what I mean. So there's no one really particularly good on this server, and this is exactly... Oh, it would have been nice to have saved him. I missed 2 shotgun shots there, so if I die, I probably deserve to die there, even though he was terrible. He's the kind of pyro that I do not want you guys to be, you know? There's no point at all to being a W plus M1 pyro. That's just disgraceful. Also, nobody knows about this cutoff here. I feel like I'm the only one who ever uses it. You got a good crit on me there. Always nice. Got a bullshit assist there. Always nice when you get him. Always nice. It's very nice when you've got this amount of health and then you go to this health pack and you're, boom, straight back up to full. Lovely. Why did he not flee sooner? Where are these guys coming from? Oh, that was a good shot. You have to award good play. And that was a good shot. So 37 kills to 4. I do like to have a kind of... I feel like a 10 to 1 KD ratio is really, really good. So I'm quite happy with this. There is a sniper there, so I'm a bit anxious about this. I don't know what hit me there. I don't know if that was the rocket, but it hit me incredibly hard. This is going to need some skill. Maybe not. Ah, well, that wasn't too bad. I thought I was going to be in some serious trouble there, but he was just terrible. See what I mean about Phlogistonate? I just can't lose. I cannot lose. Knowing that he's not going to air blast me or put me under any sort of pressure. It's lovely. Check the check the snipers. I'll take the cheeky teleporter, why not? It was pretty bad accuracy from me there. So if they know I'm there, I just drop down there and come through here. There's no point in you're a pyro, so you work best when they don't know where you are. So if they know you're there, then just drop down and go somewhere else. So heavies are the real air blasting targets, because you see what I did there? If I did not air blast him, I was dead. And it's so often the case when you're up against a heavy. If you don't air blast them, you're often dead. And this is why the Phlogistonate is just a no-go, because if you don't have that air blasting... So I air blasted him there, and I know I did. So he did the exact thing. I hate it when that happens. Because he did the exact thing that he shouldn't have done, which was engage me, melee. Because it's so easy for me to kill him. And I did air blast him. And he got away with it, so, you know, very frustrating. I hate those, especially for a revenge as well. So scummy. But it was partly my fault because I did a really terrible first shotgun hit. I missed him with my first shotgun shot. It's him again. I'll give him a good thanks and a thumbs up for being terrible. Is that really a spawn? No. There's a lot of peeps there. interesting. There's no point going for the... There's no point going for the sentry. Oh, that could be dangerous. That could be dangerous. Yeah, it was. Not sure why he did that. Picking up his sentry like that. Nice. So it's still 0-0. We've got the intel, but it looks like it's going to be an incredibly long game. Probably going to go to the finish.
We have dropped the enemy intelligence. We have taken the enemy intelligence. The enemy has taken our intelligence. The enemy has dropped our
Oh, I'm surprised I still got him there, actually. Seeing he was so close to base.
The enemy has captured our intelligence.
There's a guy here. Oh, nice work, snipers. Nice work, lads. That guy doesn't like me. I'm glad the scout didn't chase me there. I was probably in real trouble if he did. So we've got 4 DOMs, which is nice. I think we might be able to get a couple more if we continue. Let's see if the scout chases us. He does. So that was terrible by me there. I missed quite a few of my shots. Oh. Tell you what. That was just poor play by me there all around, really. But I got away with it, so... YOLO swag. YOLO motherfucking swag, bitches. So you see, I've really not done anything exciting at all this game. You know, all it is just routine. It's just a routine thing. If I get in their base, I'm in the same time all the time. I do laps. I just do laps. I often go to this health here is very, very important. So if I'm ever in danger and I'm in their base, or if I'm ever in danger I'm in my base, this is always the break point. I go back here, come back in through the tunnel, hoping there's no sentry. If there's no sentry, continue to engage. If there's a sentry, disengage. Go back up here, state the steps, look up here. If there's a load of guys coming down with critical pipe bombs, retreat. If there isn't, continue to engage and sniper check. Because that you want to obviously sniper check there. Rinse and repeat. It really is that simple. I'm not doing anything special here, but I've got a 50 to 5 KD ratio. You know, I've not done anything. Not doing anything special here. And as soon as somebody goes near me, I air blast them and I shoot them in the face. You know, very easy. Very easy. And then I die to that. That's so scummy. You see, I didn't think there was a sniper. I didn't think there was a sentry a bit to the right of that, so I thought it was safe to go, but obviously it wasn't. So. But that was my shitty. That was my shittiness there. That was my shittiness. We all play a bit shitty every now and then. We all play a bit shitty. So it's 2-2 now, so I'm really tempted to just... Because I really don't want to lose this game, so I'm tempted just to defend for the next 10 minutes. Especially if those pesky scouts are coming by the dozen. Oh, bloody hell. Heavy scum. Yeah, I might just defend. You know, really don't want to lose this game. I'm hoping one of my teammates is good enough to go and capture the intel. So obviously you'll get dead ringers every now and then. So he's coming down here. I think he tricked me. So it's a good position to be because obviously we've got the sentry cover there, but it's a lot further out into the open than I would have liked it to have been. There's a scout coming down here, but now he's dead. I'll take the 3 point, why not? Because I have the back scratchers, dispensers basically do nothing to me. They tickle me, is all they do. They don't actually heal me. I just get tickled by the dispenser. Let's see if we can air blast this guy off fairly easily, as it turns out. Another Dom. I think a couple have left though, so I've still got 4. It's always annoying when they steal your health. It's my health, damn it! So they've took our intel. So I always want them to go under here and go out here. Like so. Because obviously that brings it back to our base. And then we can go back and hopefully defend for the next 6 minutes and win on points, or capture their intel by then. You're a pyro, so you're not really meant to... it's not your job to get the intel. You know, because there's always going to be sentries there, and you're useless for sentries unless you have a uber charge on your ass. Nothing exciting. Let's get in the base and see what damage we can do in the next 5 minutes. So they've got our intel again, so hopefully it's going to come out here. Looks like it might do. Looks like it's going to. And you want it, if it comes out here, you want it to be any class but a scout, because they're the hardest to blast off the bridge. It's very risky me going this end to save it. It'll be very depressing to lose now. That was surprising. Wow. Bloody hell. How did I survive that? Two guys right next to me. Ooh, Jesus. Nearly fudged that up. Two guys right next to me. I had no idea they were there. And I survived. Wow. It's always depressing when you go around here and the sniper's looking directly at you. It's like, no! Why can't you be looking under your scope? I'm surprised that did more than 66. Felt like a real body shot, that did. Sure, I felt a spy there. It was either that or lag. I never know when. Sometimes I lag and I think, oh, I'm hitting a spy here.
Alert. The enemy has taken our intelligence.
So same thing again, they've just grabbed our intel, so I'm just going back, making sure it don't go anywhere. Looks like it's coming under the tunnels, but you never know for sure. That's really bad news. I tell you what, if they end up winning from this, it will be so depressing. It'll be a very depressing end to this video, but it is what it is. There they have as well, God. And it was for, what was it? Who took it? A pyro. You know what I mean? It would have been such an easy defend. But, it would have been nice to have seen me top of the team. But there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, that is the way of the pyro. I didn't do anything interesting there whatsoever, did I? Did absolutely nothing interesting. Came out of there with 3 doms, 66 kills, 7 deaths. Not too bad. Yeah, so I'll see you on the next episodes, ladies and gentlemen, for more pyro-y goodness. Peace!